So Nathan, congratulations. How does it feel to be the first City player to score at this stadium?
Yeah, very good. It took a little while, but yeah, finally we've done it. I think today we replayed really well, but again we couldn't score, and it was getting to the end, and yeah, you start to think, is it ever going to happen? But yeah, in the end, very happy to be able to score.
And as we looked at the game, Spurs didn't have a ton of shots or a ton of chances. What do you think was key in terms of limiting them within the game?
I think we had a lot of energy in our pressing. We know how they, love to play out from the back, and they're really, really good at it. So, we tried to press them high, and I think everybody ran incredibly well when they had to defend. Even Bernardo, everyone from the front, they came back to help us, and I think that's why we conceded few shots, but still, they're a very good side, and at any moment they can hurt you. So we had to stay very focused.
And obviously, for you being at the back, there's lots of scrutiny overall about defenders when the team concedes. But obviously, it's a team game. As the game progresses the way that it's going now, were you worried that maybe it wasn't going to be your day?
Well, not to be fair, I thought the whole game we were in the game. But yeah, as you said, we created chances, we didn't score, and then in the past we've been here where we played well and they scored out of a counter attack or something like that. So obviously we had to stay focused till the end of the game. It was better to get a replay than go out. So we had to stay focused, make sure we keep the clean sheet, and yeah, luckily in the end we still managed to score.
Well, congratulations, the winner and a clean sheet.
That didn't seem very objective at the end, Nedum. Come on.
No, sorry, Dan. Before we go any further, can we talk about Mbappe? Is that possible? Okay, fine. We'll move on.
Mbappe.
But yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I thought it was a really good performance by City, but when they play like that, sometimes it does sort of negate the quality overall of an attacking game. I think you see times where they move the ball well, they press from the front, as Aké was saying, and they make the other side not really be in their best form. And I think seeing Spurs, a team which we've almost praised throughout the season for their attacking sort of potential, for them to have one shot in the game at home in front of their own fans, it feels a bit surreal. And I think a lot of that was down to City. So I think for me, the better team did win on the day, but it certainly wasn't a classic. But, a win is a win in the FA Cup, is it not?
Craig mentioned the atmosphere maybe wasn't what you would expect for the magnitude of this sort of tie. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I certainly did. But to be honest, I think in the first half, it's like Spurs didn't have a shot, and the two loudest cheers came when Van de Ven made two tackles. And I think when your team's in that sort of position, you can tell that the crowd are a little bit uneasy, because Spurs did move the ball around, but it was never really to a point where City were on the back foot for long periods of time, like, say, other teams potentially would be in this moment. And I think it's a case of, well, what comes first? Is it the nice play or is it the fans? Lo and behold, whenever Spurs went on a bit of a run, the atmosphere was there and the crowd was there, but the final pass, the final ball, just wasn't there for them, and City defended it pretty well. So overall, in the crowd, I think they were down, and even at the end of the game with 6 minutes or 5 minutes stoppage time, I think they can just take it to the corner and win 3, 4, 5 more corners and just disrupt the atmosphere again. It was super flat, and they never really were able to push back and, talk about differences. Kevin De Bruyne came on. We saw him miss that chance, saw him have a couple of opportunities to play people in. He impacted the game. Maddison came on and obviously had less time, but couldn't get into the game at all because of the flow of the match that City basically presented to Spurs.
Where are you tomorrow then, Nedum?
Do you know what? I'm going to go to Fulham. I reckon it's a good game going to be there. I can guarantee goals in that one as well. Yeah, guaranteed goals.
Beautiful.